Hey guys, Useless here, and today we are going to be reacting to episode 3 of WandaVision. So, I've really enjoyed the show so far. I love how just different and unique it feels compared to pretty much anything we've seen in the MCU so far. I really love the sitcom aesthetic. I think it actually works really well. I wasn't sure how committed they were going to be to it, but for the first 2 episodes at least, it's an episode of a sitcom. But I like that it's an episode of a sitcom, but there's always this underlying sense of, there's something not quite right here, and I really love how they were able to capture this kind of creepy tone throughout the first 2 episodes, because you know that something's off here. You don't know exactly what's happening, but you know that something is happening. So I really appreciate that about the show. And I'm really excited to get into the third one, so let us do that. There we go. I really hope they have an intro like this every week. This is hilarious. Can I just say that I love Paul Bettany's hair? So, I wonder if they're actually gonna, have babies. I mean, he's building that little swing set. I wonder if we'll actually get to the point that we see them. The house is, way different.
Just kind of suddenly, quite suddenly, wasn't it? I mean, practically overnight. I mean, how did this happen?
But yeah, notice how, they're asking, how did this happen, overnight? And they're, they're, continuing, this whole thing of, they don't know exactly why they're here. They're, forgetting... Or I guess they're just they don't know what they're doing there. Yeah. And I like that they're continuing that really sort of creepy through line throughout this sitcom aesthetic. What's going on there? Is the simulation malfunctioning? Which is probably I don't know, her abilities are malfunctioning. That was kind of cool. I feel like they were in superhero stances, back to back. I feel like it's probably a reference to a comic book or something.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Uh-oh. Yeah, this is making me feel like Wanda is in control. Because every time somebody is questioning what's happening here, it feels like Wanda rewinds back and rewinds and makes them forget what they were questioning about.
Hydra Soak. Find the goddess within.
Well,
alright, well I didn't see any overt hints other than the fact that it's called Hydra. I feel like Monica is going to be the one that finds out about their secrets first, right? Because I feel like they were kind of hinting at that in the last episode. I mean, this is going to be wild if they actually do the whole Vision family thing. Oh my gosh. They actually did the baby.
Well, don't you want to meet your son as your son?
Oh. So here's the thing. My current theory is that Wanda is manufacturing this world in her mind, and she has reality altering powers, right? But I'm not sure how much of this is real, because I imagine some of it is affecting reality, right? But I don't know if Vision himself is real and these babies are real. That's what I'm not sure how much of it is actually real, I guess is what I'm saying.
So hard to escape.
Oh, very unusual choice of words there.
Is Geraldine inside with Wanda?
Yeah, there's just so much happening right now. I guess they are kind of self-aware, the people in the town.
His name was Pietro.
Well, they're at least mentioning him.
He was killed by Ultron, wasn't he?
Monica is an agent that's come in to try to break Wanda out of her state of being that she's in.
What do you mean she has no home?
That's the sword
She
thing.
came here because...
By the way, yeah, I do know now what that symbol is.
Well, I better get going.
now I'm not sure how much of these people are like trapped here, or if they're part of whatever sinister force is keeping Wanda trapped in here. Okay, Wanda, what did you do to Monica? Or Geraldine? Uh-oh, aspect ratio. Oh no. Oh no, we're in whatever the cinematic aspect ratio is, I can't tell. Okay, so there's a lot to chew on here now. Yeah, so that was episode 3. I think as far as my prediction was, I think I pretty much had it right after the first 2 episodes. Like, I do think that this is this pocket dimension thing that Wanda has created for herself. And it seems like, when Monica, or Geraldine, but Monica Rambeau, when she questioned Wanda, or when she brought up something that is in reality, it seems like then she threw her out of her fantasy paradise dome thing that she has going on. And so I'm guessing, I wonder how conscious Monica was throughout all of that. I wonder if she's an agent of S.W.O.R.D., right? And then she was sent in there to try and wake Wanda up. I wonder if that's sort of what's going on there. And or I wonder if maybe she was also kind of essentially being mind controlled and sort of not aware that she's in that, that reality wasn't real. It's very interesting. And then I'm also not sure what's going on with the other neighborhood folk, because obviously with Herb and what's her face? Catherine Hahn. I don't remember what Catherine Hahn's name is in this. I think Agnes, right? They were talking with each other, right? And I'm not sure if they are aware of what's going on here, or if they are if they think that this whole fantasy world is real, but that they were just suspicious of Geraldine. Because it is kind of possible that maybe they are bad guys and they're playing along with Wanda in order to keep her trapped in this dimension, right? But yeah, those 2 characters I'm now very suspicious of. But yeah, overall, this was another really good episode. It kept with the 70s sitcom aesthetic all throughout. I thought it was really cool. This one felt less this one felt a bit less hey, we're doing a sitcom thing, and with a little bit of hints as to what's really going on. This one was much overt in the information that it was giving us, which I appreciated, actually. I liked how pretty much straight from the start they got into the more creepy stuff. I actually really appreciated that about this. And yeah, my mind is just racing. So I guess as of right now, my thoughts are that I'm still going to stick with the fact that I'm still going to stick with my theory that there's nobody actually controlling this. I do think that this is all Wanda. I think Wanda has created this pocket dimension for herself in her grieving process of grieving over the death of Vision. That is my theory, and my theory is that she has just sort of taken over a neighborhood, and everybody who was living in that neighborhood are just now trapped in this reality, and they're having their minds controlled, essentially. and we've seen them sort of attempt to break out of it, and every time they've done it, Wanda has sort of, she's taken back control over their minds. Like, we've seen that happen. We saw that happen with the Vision's boss. And I mean, we saw it happen with the Vision himself, and well, we didn't, it was interesting, because this time with Geraldine, she mentioned Wanda's brother, and I'm pretty sure that was a trigger that basically made Wanda go, you know what, no, I don't want you in my reality anymore, and she just straight up yeeted her out of it, which was interesting. I'm pretty sure she triggered something in Wanda emotionally by mentioning her brother, and I'm pretty sure that's why she didn't just, sort of go back in time or whatever, and have Geraldine just forget what she said. I'm pretty sure that triggered her to the point that she was like, no, you're not in my reality anymore. So yeah, all that stuff is really interesting. But yeah, another great episode. I think this might actually be my favorite episode of the season so far, just because, I'm really anxious and eager to actually get to the bottom of what's going on here. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of the episode in the comments down below. And I will see you in the next video.